Yeah, I really like what I hear you saying because we all struggle with that when we're so emotional in the moment and our emotions are on high drive, how do we become more aware? I think that's a challenge that we all universally face. You said to bring more awareness to it, but how can we do that when we're so angry or sad and or so emotionally overwhelmed?
Yes, by accepting the situation or the emotion first. And there are a lot of emotions we can feel, but there are very little basic emotions, and to focus on them, which would be anger or sadness or pleasure. And when I feel anger, so I can admit to myself that I'm angry now, and then I can have a look on why am I angry? Have I felt this anger before, and what was happening then? Because often some situations trigger some past experiences, and there's a thought pattern between the feeling of anger and the reaction, and to stop and not react but have a look on what's really now is to step a step backwards and have a look. And if the anger is very much in the body, so we want to release it first before we want to react. And we can do it by shaking our body, or have a look on which movement helps me to get this anger out of my body, uh, to ask myself what thought have I had before this anger came. So being patient with oneself and having a look when exactly this feeling of anger popped up in our body and we became aware of it. So what was then happening? What was I thinking at that moment? And so we can become more clearer about it.
I'm really happy that you chose anger as the emotion because it's just a universal emotion that drives so many of our behaviors. And if we don't release it, like what you said, then the anger stays inside us. I personally think anger is a big one. And sometimes we don't want to admit that we're angry.
Yes, it's okay being angry because it's a basic human emotion, and everyone feels it in a certain point in time, or has felt it while growing up. And to admit that it is so at this moment, and it is okay being so. Um, we can some maybe choose to cry, go out in the wood and cry because it helps them to get it out of the body. But there's pushed a lot of adrenaline out in our body, and we want to release it because it's not healthy for us. So each movement which helps us to release it, get it out, either it is doing sports, dancing, singing, whatever action helps a person at that moment in time.